I appreciate I do appreciate kind words. Okay, so everyone in the house, thank you so much for joining the call. I appreciate you taking your valuable time to be here. I won't try and take too much of your valuable time. What I will do is, are you, Ash, you can hear me, right? Okay, I just double checking just in case. Okay, just okay. So what we'll do is, I've been involved in this particular industry when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to health and wellness, for a very long time now. And in fact, entrepreneurship for a very long time, health and wellness, fairly short time, but it is something that is very pandemic. It is something that's very much needed. It's very something that, I've in my own household, people are suffering. So it really sort of led me to actually wanting to look at it more and study it more and look at the whole what can be done about these things. So when it comes to maintaining our health, okay, reaching optimal health, shall we say as well. Now, let me share with you my screen and I'll go straight into that so that you can see exactly what I'm referring to. Let's share it with the sound as well. I need the sound in a moment. So if you can confirm that you can see my screen, Ash?
Yes, yes, we can. Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so look, I'll get straight to the point as to what exactly we are faced with. If you're looking at modern lifestyles, and what led me to wanting to actually look at this more, and especially in the health and wellness industry, and led me, if you're looking at, we need to talk about sort of modern lifestyle. What has it led us to be where we are? Where if you look at diabetes, blood pressure, cancer, ADHD, and mental health, and all sorts of ailments, are on the rise. Okay. And what I blame it on really is the modern lifestyle, you know. So if you look at the fast-paced life that, that's affected us in many ways, and two ways just to point out to you, we are overworked and underpaid. We are too busy to take care of our own health. So we very much just literally get something and bang it in the oven and then, or bring it in the microwave, heat it up, and we eat. So we are not getting the time necessary and for us to be able to take care of our health. And if you look at the actual, if you look at the most people, like, if you look at, have felt the pain of a higher cost of living and wages not catching up. These are all systematic in, if you look at creating this whole health pandemic that I call, that we're actually facing right now. Okay. And we are conditioned to take remedies for every condition we experience. So there is literally, pill for every ill. When you go to the doctor, it's literally just all they're doing is potentially, even my GP and others, simply giving a pill for this and pill for that, and and the side effects that comes along with it. So there's really, if you're looking at the confusion around the healthcare system, if you, it's very expensive. Our healthcare has become even more so now. So why am I sort of raving and ranting about this? Is because if you're looking at the conditions that we are faced with, if you wanted to look at your, let's say heart, there's a cardiologist. If you wanted to have your, shall we say, your kidney looked at, you go to a certain specialist. Every single organ in our body has been dissected, and there's a specialist for this and specialist for that. But the actual underlying cause of our health is much more deeper than that. And if you're looking at the way, like I said, leads up to us being falling ill is, and what is actually the root cause of it is really, what I'm referring to here. So what I'm going to share with you is what exactly is the solution. If we are saying that pills that we are taking when it comes to medicines, which are giving us side effects, and literally just, they're not, shall we say, helping us to address the underlying cause of our ailments. They're simply just literally putting a little cotton, so I will just simply say cotton bud over our illnesses. So what is the solution is what I'll say to you here. So if you're looking at solutions, have a look at this video, have a look at this short video in next just literally 2 or 3 minutes, and then you see exactly what I'm referring to as a potential solution and what is led up to, what I've seen myself.
Understanding opportunity is pretty simple. It's a matter of trends. Innovators and successful entrepreneurs understand that there is always opportunity. Consumer trends, demands, and knowledge create opportunity constantly. Looking into the future is not that hard either, if you focus. For instance, let's look at the massive health, nutrition, and wellness industries. These industries show us that consumer demand is higher than ever for innovative products that will improve health and lifestyle. Finding opportunities is a matter of knowing the past, seeing the present, and understanding where the momentum is leading in the future. Health and wellness have been driven for a century by eras of innovation and discovery, cutting-edge ideas that came at the perfect times to capture consumer attention. In the 1950s and 60s, for instance, the idea of encapsulated herbs, vitamins, minerals, and nutritional supplements exploded and created massive new businesses. Each decade since has essentially been a new era of discovery, innovation, and opportunity. The idea of protein-based weight management drove opportunity in the 1970s and 1980s. And the 1990s and 2000s were driven by the discovery of superfruits and super plants. From era to era, discovery and innovation led to opportunity in a very defined pattern, each era leading to the next naturally. Astute observers know that consumer demand follows innovation and creates massive opportunity. That fact was true yesterday, it remains true today, and it will be true tomorrow. With that in mind, the following is an introduction to a new company that is on the leading edge of the newest era of health innovation. The company is called Nov27.
So what I want to do is really welcome you all to the era of microbiome. Okay, Nov27, of course, is an organization that I partnered with to actually address all of these elements for us to get to the root cause and treat the root cause, which is to do with the gut microbiome. And what we are looking at here is we are focused on looking at how if we look at I call and we call the center of health, okay, which is our gut microbiome. So what we are doing here is we are welcoming you to a new era of the microbiome. So if you look at the microbiome is center of health. If you look at we are not, if we're looking at our body is not parts there's a lot of connectivity there. Okay, whether it's cells, tissues, organs, all of our body is systematically connected together. Okay, and the whole health and the peak performance of our health is dependent on that connectivity and the communication between each parts of our body. So especially from the gut to the brain, and the brain, if you're looking at actually the other parts of our organs as well. So if you look at the microbiome has a profound influence on that connectivity. And the microbiome is the center of human health, as I said to you. And the health of the microbiome directly impacts our brain, our heart, our lungs, even our skin. Caring for the microbiome is the most important thing a person can do for overall health. And what we found is, if you look at by caring for the microbiome, we bolster three important connections to our in the body. And that is looking at the gut-brain connection, gut-skin connection, and gut-body connection. And if you're looking at the brain, we're looking at gut being considered to be like second brain. Okay, the brain's responses to stress and anxiety are directly related to the gut health. If you look at the skin, which is the biggest part, the most visible part of our body, which is the skin, the gut health is expressed in appearance appearance, strength, and durability of the skin. So when we are stressed, you can see there's a stretch, if you look at stress, you can see it on someone's face. Why? Because there is a connection between the gut and the skin. What I'm saying here is the stress is also connected to the gut through the brain, gut-brain connection, and skin is connected to of course, the gut as well through that connection. And if you look at the gut-body connection, the proper functions of the body, things like immunity, energy, weight loss, and more, rely on a good gut health. Okay. And because what I've said to you, because of our modern lifestyle, we are not able to maintain that good health. Okay. And this is why the challenges that we are facing when it comes to different ailments, we are coming across as well. So for me, like I said, up until researching this particular health and wellness industry, I wasn't actually aware of, Hippocrates. So Hippocrates, if you look, I didn't know either, even ignorance of my, own personal ignorance, shall we say. If you look at the doctors after they finish their studies, they take the Hippocrates oath to look after us. But I think they missed the point. Even when they're taking the Hippocrates oath, hundreds of years ago, the father of medicine is what he's considered to be. He said one thing, and that's a very profound statement. He simply says, all disease begins in the gut. So if you're looking at the doctors taking an oath to look after us and dissecting us in different parts, but the center of health, the gut, where all disease begins, according to our father of medicine, is exactly what they actually have possibly missed, the core of where the health actually begins. So Love Biome's mission. So as a organization, this is started in actually 22nd of February 2022. So it's nearly just under 3 years old. So February 2025, 22nd of February 2025 will be 3 years. But if you look at the founders of the company, they've got over 25 years experience in the health and wellness industry, who have already created over 600 millionaires in that health and wellness industry. Okay, so when I looked at them and researched everything, I love their mission to help people live full, healthy, and happy lives by harnessing the power of symbiotics to create products that feed, diversify, and detoxify the human microbiome. So it's a very simple, message to actually take from that mission, is to help with regards to everyone where the center of health is, to be able to create products that, of course, helps with that side of things. So the philosophy of the product, because Hippocrates also gave the solution. So he did say to us that all disease begin in the gut. So all disease begins in the gut. The second part to his statement was, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And if you're looking at here, Love Biome would not exist without its products. Because for me, when I actually first did see a presentation of Love Biome, it wasn't actually the information that was shared about the products, about the company, all the slides. It was actually the products, meaning people who are actually experiencing the actual benefits of the products. The testimonies itself was longer than the presentation itself. And I thought, wow, this is incredible, because so many people put the hand up to share their story, to share their experiences of how their diabetes was helped, how blood pressure, how, if you're looking at, like I said, ADHD, cancer, number of different ailments were actually, people were raving about how it actually helped them. So for me, the products and what it does for people is really what is very, very important when I actually looked at this for the first time. Superior products are the foundation of this company. And if you're looking at the superior symbiotics ingredients, are the foundation of every product. Now, we have here 3 brands, okay, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. And each product is an expression of our commitment to innovative microbiome care through symbiotics. Now, if you're looking at here, the product path, so there's 3 parts to the actual biotics that we look at. Prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics. before discovering this particular world of health, I actually only knew probiotics. I only knew yogurt and, certain yogurts I would have, certain things I would have. I only knew about the probiotics. But it's only to learn more that prebiotics, postbiotics, and symbiotics, combination of the three, is equally as important as just looking at the one area, what the probiotics does. So we embrace the power of plants. So phyto simply means plants for ultimate microbiome care. So this is all plant-based. Every impact, every impact ingredient, every phytonutrient, every symbiotic comes from nature, and our partners and farmers, harvesters, vendors, manufacturers share our commitment to sustainability, preservation, quality, and safety. So this is something that is actually it's a very much of a, like I said, 20 plus years experience of it actually coming to fruition, and exactly what they have done with the actual creating the products and how they go about creating it. So if you look at Hippocrates' second part, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. It was, and it is, in my opinion, if you look at it, is referring to plant life. So plant life gives life, and it's all plant-based. And if you look at Love Buying has a commitment to the power of nature for complete and thorough microbiome care. Okay, it's what drives our product development across all our brands. For our different microbiome, same universal truth applies. So all the range of products that we have, the principal idea and truth behind that is plant life gives life. Now, phytopower, if you're looking at this particular one is my favorite, this particular brand. So I'm going to share with you 3 brands that we do have. Okay, Phytopower is the first one, where we are looking at the Phyto brand represents the most robust and innovative, shall we say, imaginative innovations in microbiome health. I have looked and researched. There isn't a single product out there that can come close to this. And what do I mean by that is to say that it is a powerhouse of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics that are coming together to nourish, strengthen, diversify the gut microbiome. So it's a very focused message that we're looking at here. Our passion to use phytopower to help everyone discover the life-changing benefits of a thriving, flourishing, healthy biotic community. So all the organisms that actually our gut has good bacteria, bad bacteria, enzymes, all of those biotics community, healthy biotic community is what's looked after through the actual plants. So now we're actually making a claim here. There's nothing in the world like phytopower. Okay, no other product or system in existence features a more potent blend of prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, digestive enzymes, and fruits and vegetables of varying color. If the colors that you see here, each and every all of these colors mean something for our body. And nature, it is Mother Nature's way of distinguishing the sort of benefits that one can gain from these things. Okay, so if you look at the phytopower was designed and crafted to harness the power of nature to create and cultivate perfect gut microbiome environment. And caring for the gut is the ultimate step to whole body health and wellness. So can you imagine the center of health, as long as you take care of the center of health, if you give your gut the nourishment and nutrients that it wants and it needs, it is capable of taking care of itself. This is exactly what the message is, what I'm sharing with you here. Give it the right kind of food that it needs. So this is the phytopower range is like the general overall health. This actually contains 40 fruits and veg. It contains 8 probiotics and 5 enzymes. And this particular one that you see here, the box that you see there with 30 sachets, is very easy to consume. So what I do personally, every morning I would wake up, I would open up one of the sachets, my bottle of water, I put it in the bottle of water up to 16, let's say, about 16 ml of water, and I would shake it and I would drink it. And so this is an overall health that it helps me with. Now, beyond that, there are targeted probiotics. So for overall health, you take the Fighter Power. And for targeted probiotics, if you're looking at here, this is very much focused on dealing with a particular condition someone may have. So someone who's diabetic, they may be looking at making sure they can take control of sugar. Someone who is, let's say, needs energy, they can be looking at taking the actual what we have, which is X. So different kind of um, specific. So what we call targeted probiotics is also the next range of course, I'm going to share with you. And this new and innovative symbiotic approach to microbiome health is called targeted probiotics. So here's how they work. So if you look in here, targeted probiotics is specifically chosen bacterial strain. So they are specifically chosen bacterial strains are deployed inside the body where they populate the gut microbiome. So this is looking after the organisms that are inside our gut, and this is the gut microbiome, and this is how it works. By targeting that particular strain, bacterial strain, feeding on prebiotic impact ingredients. So targeted probiotics produce metabolites called postbiotics. Now, this is postbiotics in the form of, if you look at short chain fatty acids, vitamins, enzymes, and peptides, repair, strengthen, defend, and build various healthy functions in the body. So what I'm saying here is really looking at the actual a particular, shall we say, element that you may wish to address. You can have the foundational, the sachets, or when it comes to the Fighter Power, the original with the 40 fruits and veg, and then you can also have the sugar blocker. So the block the sugar. So we call it's called Fighter Power B, which is this is to protect your gut from sugar. Sugar is in everything. Sugar is literally more addictive than even the most dangerous drugs out there. Okay, and it is actually cause of many, like if you cancer loves sugar. If you're looking at ADHD is caused by a lot of sugars. If you look at many illnesses is because of sugar. So someone who suffers from diabetes, of course, they're clearly affected by the sugar. So this particular one, has features one of the most. So Fighter Power B features one of the best and most impressive collection of carb, starch, and sugar blocking ingredients on the planet. Now, each ingredient in Fighter Power B was carefully chosen for its ability to block the absorption of many sugars and thus protect the gut microbiome. So this is something that is actually very effective in helping people with that. Again, it comes in the form of a sachet, which can be, of course, should we say, put into a bottle of water, shaking, drink it, and you get, so it's easy, accessible, convenient way of actually taking the actual nutrients that are actually very important for our health. Targeted probiotics for calm and stress management. So anyone who has, an issue with sleeping, anyone who has issue with stress management, this is fantastic. Again, this is a healthy, balanced gut microbiome. Is the beginning of most important factors in managing stress and obtaining a restful sleep. I have in fact, this particular one here is amazing. It's, if you look at deploys the Fighter Power C, if you look at here, it deploys 3 different strains of targeted probiotics into the gut to reinforce the gut-brain connection. And the Fighter Power C promotes calm, helps the body relax and fall asleep, and boosts the body's natural stress management systems. So when you want to, again, for me, it's the fact that this is a very much targeted strains that are actually provided into the gut for it to do what it does best, for it to be able to help you to manage stress, for you to be able to do that, do the actual, give you a good night's sleep, shall we say. Targeted probiotics for energy. So when you're lacking and when you're like feeling really tired and you are, maybe continuously just tired of being tired, if you're looking at the center of energy production is the gut again. I didn't know that, for example, 70% of serotonin, which is actually sort of a particular, shall we say, is related to happy hormones is produced in the gut. So what the Fighter Power E does is deploys 15 billion CFUs of targeted probiotics to facilitate efficient and sustainable energy harvesting and production in the body. And daily consumption of Fighter Power E will ensure your body has everything it needs for optimal energy production and harvesting. So this is a more of a natural way of you, gaining and maintaining energy throughout the day. Now, for weight management, this is actually for me. I know of one particular client of mine that actually is using this, and they are raving about it. Okay, this Fighter Power W, which is the targeted probiotics for weight management, um, it has a powerful combination of targeted probiotics and a unique blend of prebiotic soluble fiber. So it's like it represses your appetite, okay, through the soluble fiber that feeds friendly bacteria. This process creates postbiotics that deliver key weight management benefits. And this is really, if you're looking at our way of weight management in a safe, effective way. Okay. And this is something that represses, it gives you nourishment, represses the actual appetites, but at the same time, if you don't need to lose weight, some areas you won't lose weight. So it actually targets certain parts, like if you're looking at if you want to actually target a specific area like stomach or maybe around the waistline, you can take what we call tea, which I'll share with you in a moment. So before we go on to the tea, which helps with fat burning, for me, the immune system support is very, very important. Why? Because right now we are getting into the winter season. And if you look at since 80% of the body's immune system cells are found in the gut, like I said, it's the learnings I've had since being more aware of the health industry. I didn't know 80% of the body's immune system cells are found in the gut. Okay. Now, if you're looking at the best place to start for immune system support is to support the gut microbiome. And so this particular one here for in the winter, whether one is elderly or whether young is babies, going to school, children, the people are going to be sneezing, coughing, colds. It's very easy to actually catch the bugs. The immune system support will help us to be able to, of course, strengthen our immune system and build on that. And this is actually this is the immune system. This is something that's going to help with that aspect of helping us to stay away from the ailments that the winter ailments that we are facing with from time to time. So this is what I was referring to. So someone who beyond weight management, let's say you want to one wants to lose let's say deal with a particular area of weight management. This will help. This particular beverage, again, is in the form of a sachet. All of them are, and which you can just mix in water or a liquid of your choice other than milk. And you're able to use that as unique and groundbreaking thermogenic beverage. If you supplement designed to help the body burn excess fat through targeted probiotics and microbiome support. So this is our way of helping people to be able to burn excess fat. This is my favorite. And this is actually, I combine the X with the O. So that I combine a sachet of this with the 40 fruits and veg, which is the original one, and put it into my bottle, with the bottle of water, shake it, drink it, and I'm pretty much, done for the day when it comes to food and energy. So I have sort of like one meal a day. For me, this particular one, the difference between the energy E and the X is this is more of a targeted, very powerful energy source. And this is something that is actually has a lot of, I'll share with you in a moment, actually. There's nothing like the Fighter Power X. So if you look at, I look at this where people who go to the gym, they can use this as a pre-workout and then they can have the pro-workout. As in post-workout, we have another one, which is the one which is to do with the hydration. which I'll share with you in a moment. But the it has, I put my hand up and say to you, I'm guilty of drinking certain drinks like Red Bull, Boost, Monster. Why? Because I always sort of crave for energy before. But when I looked at what I was actually drinking, I was drinking a lot of sugar. I was drinking a lot of ingredients, substances, which are not really healthy for me. So when I came across Phytopower X, this is made of vitamin Bs, made of guarana, should we say yerba mate. These are all natural sources of energy. Reishi mushroom, many other, amazing, amazing natural energy sources. And X for me is releases energy. So with the regular, shall we say, drinks that I used to have, like Red Bulls and things, I would drink it, and within an hour or two, or maybe three, energy is gone. This particular one here, it releases energy throughout the day, slowly throughout the day. It has those actual power to be able to help you to be able to um, body's ability to actually harvest and produce natural, long-lasting, perfected energy. So I use it through, like I said, I drink it in the morning with the other one uh, in a bottle of water, shake it, drink it, and I feel energy throughout the day. Okay, and not just one hit wonder. It's like that. I've also have had, shall we say, it addresses, it helps with stress management. It helps with many other so the mental health people are finding effective because it releases serotonin and dopamine to the brain as well. So X has been actually been introduced in September this year. It's one of the most incredible energy drinks I've ever consumed personally. And when I looked into it, I don't think there is anything like this one either. So some of the experiences I've just shared with you. And when it comes to, and obviously, as we have more sessions where you can go in and you can be invited to come and join us on other events and Zoom calls as well. You'll get to hear lots of people who share their testimony about what we do, what this has done for, what these Fighter Power products have done for them. So our next brand is called Next, actually. So the if you look at the founders behind the project, behind the company, they have over 25 years experience. And one of the before developing Love Biome and Center of Health, and as the over the years, they were focused on Tahitian noni. Okay, was one of the which is actually one of the ingredients that actually is we have here as well. So some of the superfruits and superfood that is there. So if you're looking at the next is really the evolution of their shall we say being in the health industry for like I said 25 plus years. So the next brand here is that what they've done is they've amplifies the power of what the next brand does is amplifies the power of superfruits and superfoods found all over the globe by globe for natural microbiome care. And we source these amazing ingredients from remote wonderlands, organic family farms, exotic spaces, and ancient places. If you're looking at the next brand is where you'll find the products that take full advantage of advanced fermentation technology. This is patented, by the way. So the fermentation technology that they have is patented to enhance the natural value of these foods and balance the health of your gut microbiome. So this is this one here. So this is the bottle that comes with a small, shall we say, the what was that again? The measuring cup, shall we say? On the cup, 25 ml. You could just put 25 ml and drink it every day. And this will help you to digest. So we have something called daily three. So what do we mean by daily three? Is simply looking at food which is contained in the Phytopower O, which has the 40 fruits and veg, which is obviously food for your system and nutrition for your body. And I also take a 25 ml of the next beverage, this particular one here. This one is called the balance. And this one helps to digest the food that one takes. And if you're looking at the what that this one does is the next balance employs the power of red light fermentation to boost the healthy compounds of noni Again, so noni was a key superfood that they were using for years and years and years. It's one of the most miraculous plants that, as we say, that's out there. So noni fruits. Or the key ingredients, which is that one, and one of the most, just like what I've tried to express here, one of the most miraculous treasures. Okay, when it comes to health, healthy components in there, to help us with optimum health. So this particular one is part of daily 3. So first one is the Phytopower Original. Second one is the Next Balance, which is the one that you take to digest. And if you're looking at the next part is called Detox. So at night time before sleeping, I take another 25 ml of this particular one, and this will help overnight for it to help me to detox my system in the morning. So this is the 3 that is actually like the foundation of the company, foundation of Love Biome. And the human gut microbiome is teeming with all sorts of organisms, and some are meant to do good things for the body, and the others are meant to do harm. So we want to deal with the bad bacteria, okay, and things like that. So feeding the good stuff, then and vitally important, but just as important to help the body naturally and safely get rid of the bad stuff as well. So that's exactly why microbiome has created the Next Detox. Now, so we are nearly done now, just literally 1 or 2 more slides and we are finished. So this is the one that I love the most. Again, this is another targeted probiotic, which is to do with hydration. This particular one here, I didn't know that just drinking water alone is not good enough. There's a lot of minerals and there's a lot of, of course, nutrients that are needed in the water for us to be able to stay hydrated. So now we can go into more details about all of these products, but third one is called Flora. And this is the one that's the biggest part of our body, which is skin. This particular one here, this brand, it deals with the skin. So the postbiotic body souffle, this is the one that's like a nourishment for the skin microbiome. So this is something for someone who suffers from eczema, someone who suffers from a lot of different skin conditions that are people may be dealing with. This is something that can help them with that. Okay, this is something they apply. So this is something that works on top, as in obviously on the skin itself, whereas the other things that I've shared with you works from the inside. This works from the outside. So you can hear a lot of the people's, of course, testimonies when you attend our bigger and wider, of course, the Zoom calls that we have and the events that we have, and you can get the details from Dr. Sunny and Ashwari as well. So final slide here. So this is what Love Biome has done. What they asked is a question. Is there one thing everyone can focus on every day to achieve optimal health? Is there one thing everyone can focus on every day to achieve optimum health? And answer is a resounding yes. And for me, that's what I love, is the simplicity of the message, that you can change one thing and change everything. Because your center of your health, which is your gut microbiome, is able to help you when it comes to the overall managing and maintaining your health, or if you look at the optimum, for you to reach and achieve optimum health. So I'm going to pause here, and this is exactly what I wanted to share with you. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. So over to you, Ash. Any questions or any thoughts that anyone would like to share? More than welcome to do so. And of course, we'll be able to. I'll be happy to try and answer that. If I don't, of course, I'll get the answer for you as well. So over to you, Ash.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Coach. So before we move on to the next session, I see a lot of people today, so I guess a lot of people would be asking question. So who should I pick? Okay, Dr. Sunny, please go ahead.
Okay, Coach Aaron, that is really amazing. This is what's called the ABC to Z of health and wellness. And you put it together very articulately in terms of what it is, a balanced system of what it takes. We have some of our medical team here and people who are inclined to health and wellness management. I'm one of those. And from what I've seen right now, this is a game changer in many, many respects. You might now be based in Germany. You're based in Lusaka. You're based in Kenya. You're based in Nigeria. You're based in India. In any country you are. The question that will resonate with every single thing that you've heard right now is, how do I get these products for myself and the people I love? Isn't that the case? Right? This is a topic we're going to discuss to the end of this particular presentation today. No any other topic. I know Coach Heron is going to another Zoom, but we will open the floor for more and more discussion. How do you obtain this product? Well, first of all, you have seen the inquiry form. Simply complete, send it to us, and one of our team will revert to you in terms of how you can get the product for yourself and for your loved one. In any country you reside, any country you're at. Now, this particular platform is set up for this particular purpose, how we look after ourselves, using what is called integrative approach to health and wellness. I'm just going to pick up on one or two doctors here on this particular platform, yeah, before we take a short break. Let's go to Dr. Mika. Are you still here based on what you've heard so far? Dr. Mika, all the way from Cameroon, the continent of Cameroon. Dr. Mika, are you still here? You can unmute and speak to us. Dr. Mika is not here.
Dr. Sunny, you may wish to share with us your experience of using the products yourself when it comes to Daily 3.
Yeah, I would do,
well.
I would do that right now in a very single moment. I just want to see the comment from some of our medical practitioners here on the platform. Okay, I don't think I can relocate her for now, Dr. Mika. Right, let's go to Mandela. Mandela, you are in the health and wellness industry. What you heard so far? What's your own take? What's your own takeaway? What would you say to everybody on this particular platform based on the part A to Z?
Thank you very much for this platform. To me, it's point taken. I would say, when listening the whole presentation, I am moving away from the blame culture. And I am embracing the innovation and change what SBNM has brought to me to open my eyesight and my medulla oblongata. Flagged and to embrace and moving forward, not to be. I've always been anti-statistics. I do not want to be the number in the queue. On the race, that is why I said I wanted to challenge Henry with the blue one. I want to carry the flag of my own and run this race. Now, I was about to ask the question. My take is that I was just thinking as an executive, because I leap when I walk. I will browse around in the back office because there are products there. And if they are listed, I would love to have actually the whole range, if possible, if I can afford it. But if I cannot afford it, the primary one, the pre-one, I will take it, and then followed by the, that trinity. I will take it in an affordable basis, pre and post, and as the gentleman was elaborating, which is well said, and that is where we belong. It's fantastic. I I can't spoil it. It's well said. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. So when you complete the application form, the inquiry form, to say what are the essential ones you need, then we'll be able to provide you. I know there's a lot of information that was disseminated by Coach Heron in terms during the presentation. Yeah, you may not be able to absorb everything in the process, but I tell you my own experience with the product. I got introduced to this product by Coach Heron just about 3 months ago, and I wasn't prepared to promote it until I've actually used it. Then I become one of the testimonials as far as the product is concerned. And the reason why I brought it to the School of Bio-Natural platform is because I have tried the product, and so many other people that I know have tried the product, and they can see the efficacy, the the potency of the product itself into our body system. Mine was constipation and the influx of my stomach. Yeah, I have used other or optional traditional way that have not been able to resolve that particular issues. But probiotics, I take it daily, the daily one, and there's so many of them I'm still going to explore, but the ones I've taken so far, they have done what is called a miracle in terms of our body and how our body system, how they function. This is a whole idea. When we grow older, yes, but with a lot of pain. But what this particular platform is designed to do is to bring together integration of so many alternatives that combine allopathy, traditional Western-based medicine, that combine the Chinese, that combine supplementation, that combine, so that you will be educated, exposed, understand exactly what you need to apply to your body. One of my doctor's friends said that our body is the most sophisticated machine on the planet. In fact, on the universe, he said, which is so true. Just imagine how much we take into our body every day. And the body is able to process all of it. Can you imagine when you feed the body with the right properties, with the right nutrient, for it to reach a balanced state, immune capability, your digestive system enhancement, so many things that you need to enhance in order to bring your body to homeostasis, a balanced state. Once your body reaches a balanced state, believe me, your body is able to withstand and do so many things at the same time. So for me, the product had worked for me, and I'm not ashamed of actually putting it onto the platform, even to say, okay, look, you can try it and see what it actually does for you. Yes, you can get this product as easy as you completing the application form, and we made it available to you. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Sani. I'm going to just quickly point out a couple of things. In fact, this is the one I was referring to when it comes to the phytopower. If you can see this one, this is the one, actually the one that I have, which is the I'm a box of 30 sachets. These are the sachets which I take every day. And if you're looking at the other ones, like for example, the immune system one, this is the sugar blocker one. So again, it's a simple sachet. I open it up and put it. It's actually, my mom has this one. So because of diabetes, actually it's a better control the sugar better. This is the one that when it comes to the immune system one, give it to mom. And my wife is also, she takes it when it comes to for the immune system. For example, a sachet that she drinks. And then for weight management, my wife won't be happy with me saying this, so but I'll still say it. So this is this is the one that she takes for the weight management. Don't tell her I said this. Okay, so
I will.
the other thing is, so this is the one I take. So in terms of the Phytopower X, and if John is able to share a couple of words, his experience of using just one sachet of this, I'll be very grateful to him.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's all about urine. The power. Yeah, it's wonderful stuff. But it cleared out so much. Talking about waste management, it absolutely is quite amazing. Like getting fire hose. But can I say something else about what you said this evening about Hippocrates?
Yes, sir.
My mum was not Hippocrates. My mum was my mum. She used to say, and it reminded me when you talked about the stomach, that a man who doesn't take care of his stomach cannot be trusted to take care of anything. And she was damn right. You... It's true.
I'll share. I'll simply add to what John is saying here. Sorry, don't you can finish first. I mean, I should allow you. Go ahead. Your experience. So your experience with the X when you were
Oh,
like.
right. It was like having a huge detox, not just it was bits I didn't know about. I started peeing like crazy. I mean, really gallons, and it was all coming out. I know you must have had this yourself, and it was coming out as clear as gin. And the only way that can be, because usually your pee is yellow, you know, or some shade of yellow, and that can only be that whatever's in the phyto had neutralized what made it yellow. It was never seen anything like it before, and I couldn't work out where all the water was coming from, because there's probably quite a little bit of water sloshing around inside all of us one way or another. Utterly remarkable, wonderful stuff.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'll just add to what is also saying is that if you're looking at men suffer in silence, I'm going to talk for the men for the time being, just for 1 minute before we move on and to hand over to Dr. Sunny and Ash. And one of the key thing here is that men, when I say men suffer in silence, when it comes to prostate cancer, they don't go to the doctors, they don't talk about the health concerns. Erectile dysfunction may be a concern for them as well. A lot of things like that. If you're looking at relationships breaking up, a lot of the time they've found is that's either lack of money or lack of performance in bed. And I'm sorry to be put it so bluntly. I'm just being very straightforward with you, because ultimately men suffer in silence in that way. So can you imagine when we are able to share something? You see what John had said when he had tried this. He said, Heron, you must have come across something really amazing, because you should be taking it to the Prostate Cancer Society or somewhere. I said, yes, that's exactly what we were trying to do, is to be able to share that with people, because it addresses many concerns. Even many people who I know have tried this, where if you look at stress management, erectile dysfunction, when it comes to urine, like what John has just expressed about his own experience with it, many things are solved with this. And when it releases this particular one, it releases serotonin and dopamine into the brain. It's like happy hormones. So I feel more alert, more energy, and the energy releases slowly throughout the day, not just like I said earlier, just within an hour or two and it's gone. Okay, so harvesting of energy internally. So this particular natural blend of energy, I personally absolutely love it. And I drink it, like I say, every day, like I say, along with these two together, I put it into these two together, I put into these two sachets, put it into a bottle and just shake it and I drink it. So it's easily consumable. Like you can go to, or you can go to fly in you can go abroad. You can go to abroad, and you can't take a bottle necessarily because it's a big bottle and all the liquid and things like that. But you can definitely take this with you, which is just a sachets. So it's much more easily consumable. It's better, in terms of and you're getting all the nutrients and everything on there as well. So there are lots of benefits I personally saw in there. But like I said, we'd be more than happy to go through, discussing one-on-one with you, and I'll be happy to put that time across aside rather. If you connect with Dr. Sunny and Ash, and I'll be happy for us to go in more detail, make it more customized. making it more available to you wherever you are in the world. We are already in about 50 countries plus, and I'm doing this full time. And I said to Dr. Sani that I will devote, the time to be able to share with our platform here exactly what the benefits of these things are as well. So thank you for allowing me to share, Dr. Sani, and over to you, Ash and Dr. Sani.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Coach. So yes, I think we shall take a break for 3 minutes. And then we come back and we move on to the next part of the session. Please take refreshments and we see you exactly after 3 minutes.
Thank you, Ash. I'll speak to you later.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Welcome back, everybody. Okay. We'll wait exactly for just 1 moment as Dr. Sani is not here. How are you, Dr. Rashid? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you guys over there in London?
It is too cold and windy as
Oh,
usual in London.
for us, sun is shining right now. Even though it is cold, we're having some sunshine. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. That's a
I
blessing,
sent
I
an
guess,
inquiry
in
form
winters.
anyway. I sent out an inquiry form.
Okay, perfect. We'll look into it.
Thank you.
Okay. The man is here now, so we move on to the next part of the session, which is our topic for this week is understanding the human body, the 12 body systems, a journey through the marvel of human anatomy. And we have Dr. Sunny Ahansi, a distinguished healthcare practitioner, who will be leading today's session. Dr. Ahansi will delve into the complexity and harmony of a body system, offering valuable insights into maintaining and improving our health. And additionally, we will also explore the innovative approaches like the BIP scan that can further enhance our understanding and support of our journey towards the epidermal wellness. This session is just not an opportunity to gain knowledge, but also a chance to discuss any medical condition you or your loved ones may be facing right now. Our healthcare professionals are here to offer their expertise and guidance, making this a truly interactive and beneficial experience. So let us just make the most of this session as we uncover the marvels of human anatomy and the potential for better health and well-being. So please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Sunny Ahansi to the podium. Over to you, Dr. Sunny.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And it's amazing to go into the second part of our Know Your Body parts tonight. And you may have heard from Coach Heron in terms of all the prebiotic and symbiotic, how the whole body harmonize, brought into one place, and how you look after that body as well. Our purpose fundamentally is for you to understand what your body is saying to you and how that body can communicate. So we're going to go into the journey through the marvels of human anatomy. And some of you are already here. You have heard what Coach Heron had mentioned about our body and how we can fortify our body for our body to be able to perform and look after us at the same time. It's all about what we feed our body system with. Then the body will produce the best result. So we need to look after our body. Did you hear what Coach Aaron said? He said we abuse our body. We look after our cars more than we look after our own body. That's the reality of it. Somebody will go and buy a car for £50,000 and gives that car petrol to feed on every single week for 120, £100, £50 every single week. Some more than that. And every so often, they have to service that car with about £1,000. You multiply that, the equivalence of that in your own local currency. I personally spent over £10,000 on my car, just a basic maintenance in a year. That does not include the petrol I put into the car for the car to function. Just imagine I didn't put any petrol into that car. Will it move? There's no oil in order to lubricate all the different parts of the car. Will it move? Will it function? I do not service it on a regular basis. Will the car function? Yes, we look after other things, but we don't look after the thing that owns all the other things to enjoy them. Isn't that, You cannot really reconcile that. Hopefully, today's presentation will see the complexity of this, the anatomy, and how you can really look after them using the probiotics and other different. Today, as you are listening to this presentation right now, you know somebody who is not well, and you have maybe any medical conditions at the same time. Would you like to take proactive steps in order to address this situation? Would you like to support somebody else? Who have you had in mind right now? But think about yourself for now first. Then you can have somebody else. Well, just as needless to say that this platform provides educational information on general medical conditions, right? We do not prescribe anything on this particular platform, but what you hear from here should spur you for further inquiries and investigation with your medical practitioner, if you have one. If you don't have one, we can recommend so many for you that can help you to support your system. What's important? Why do we need to understand our body system? Well, Coach Aaron had just made it so clear what we require. The human body, like I said earlier, is a highly complex structure made up of systems: circulatory system, blood system. What they're designed to do? The system enable growth, reproduction, survival, and adaptation. Also, the system, in addition, also help to fight all the free radicals that could affect and undermine. And to be able to fight those free radicals, guess what happens now? Then the body is able to maintain stability, balance, and able to withstand any invader coming in externally or internally into our body system. That's what these supplements are designed to do. In fact, that's what your painkiller is designed to do, is to fortify the whole body system so that the body can function to its optimum level of functionality. How then do you look after this, your body? Do you look after it? Do you maintain the state of the health just as you've done for your car? Well, let's develop further and see exactly what we're talking about here. All right, this is one of my favorite slides. How the skeletal system form the framework of the body, providing shape, support, protection, and maintaining all the external and internal organs. What are some of the key functions of the skeletal system? Support the body weight and movement, protects. But can you just imagine we do all of this seamlessly without even thinking, conscious about all of these things, and the body is able to function without we actually being conscious of what it is. And these are the part that stores minerals: calcium, phosphorus, the blood that produces cell in our bones. Yet some of these minerals that were mentioned earlier, the bone has a huge part to play that help us to provide nutrient and stabilize our body system. Like it says in there, complexity of a bone, say had 206 bones, be the longest and the strongest, the firm. And just imagine how these bones are actually put together in a collective framework. Isn't that incredible? That we're a body, but for your body to be able to function to the optimum, you need to look after it. How about the muscular system? Over 600 muscles. What does it actually do? Well, the muscles actually facilitate movement, posture, internal organs and function. Some people cannot really stand at all. Some people cannot move. Some people are suffering from excruciating pain. Yeah, their muscular system is being affected. Produces movement in conjunction with skeletal system. Can you see the conjunction between the partnership that the skeletal and muscular system actually play in our body to function? So when one depreciates the functions of the other one, then the whole body will suffer. It supported bodily functions such as digestion and circulation. Well, just imagine you're suffering from digestive disorder or your circulatory system is malfunctioning. Guess where the body will be? Well, it will not be fun, will it? Let's progress it to the next one. Then we have the circulatory system. This is what actually circulates your blood in your whole body. If we do not have blood, our system will become dysfunctional. And nutrient will not be carried on to the different parts of the body. You will not have oxygen. And your waste management will not be there. Then the body will come to a complete and total halt. Is one that pumps on one side and delivers on the other side. The body, through your other organ, your heart, your blood vessels, your arteries, your vein, your capillaries, these actually bring the blood and circulate it to ensure that we function in a proper way. Can you imagine what happens here? 100,000 times daily that your body beats. And that, so your heart beats. And that 100,000 times takes circulatory of the nutrient, the blood around your whole body. But are you actively watching, listening? No. By the time we've actually finished, how many minutes will be here for the last an hour and a half, 2 hours? Imagine how many times your heart would have beaten doing the work, in addition to all the other parts of the body. But for them to function, you need to feed them with the right nutrient, supporting nutrient in the process. Just as you put oil, you put gasoline in your car for it to function. Do you put gasoline within yourself? How often? How many times do you take sugar a day? How many times do you take, yeah, I take Coke, but anything in moderation is very good, or not when too much to the other extreme. Now, let's develop this into the next one. How we function in terms of our respiratory system. Well, scientifically, we've proven that you can stay for more than 20 days. Yeah, 21 days to be precise, without food. Your body will function. Water, 3 days, your body may still function. But without respiratory function, 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, the body will be dead. 5 minutes without oxygen, without releasing carbon dioxide. The respiratory system, the key function is exchange through your lungs, vocalizations, and temperature regulation. lungs, bronchitis, aorta, diaphragm, all of that, they all function together in unison for a body to be able to function. Look at what it says. Fun fact, your lungs contain how many? About 300 million alveoli, which provides right, a surface area similar to the tennis court for gas exchange. Can you imagine? Your body is not functioning to that particular properties and expansions. Can you imagine what could happen to our system? And that's why when somebody is going through a lot of pain in a hospital bed, they're just about to die, all these particular organs, they all seize up one by one. How about the digestive system? Well, this is the one that Coach Heron was emphasizing earlier on in our body. Your gut. Your gut is a processor, it's a distributor, and it's also a maintenance of all the different. It extracts the main nutrient that goes into and absorbed into our blood streams. The nutrient that we needed in order for our body to be functioning to a proper degree. It works closely with your circulatory system so that all those nutrients that have been extracted can be transported into the blood system and gives us life and makes us to function to the optimum. What are some of the key organs? Your mouth, stomach, intestine, pancreas. All these are all part of the digestive system. Look at what it says in there. Your small intestine is about 20 feet long. My goodness. Can you ever imagine that you have an organ in your whole body about 20 feet long? Because when you measure the size, the diaphragm, the dimension of your stomach, it's not even up to how many square. But you can imagine the composition of that. Why is it so long? Well, it's for it to be able to carry out the digestive function and connect it with the larger intestine where the waste products are eliminated. So first of all, the food will come through your mouth, goes into the stomach, into the little digestive system, break down all the food particles and compounds, then transport the whole lot of that, release all the nutrients that we need to all the other body systems into the bloodstream and keeps us living. Then the waste products are produced through the large intestinal system. Both of them must work symmetrically for a body to function. And that's why sometimes when people have stomach issue, it primarily affecting the organ of your digestive system, both the large and small. And the prebiotics and symbiotics that Coach Heron had just mentioned is to regulate and work with this part of the body. Can you see how essential, how important this really is? Isn't this amazing education? How about your nervous system? Well, the nervous system is the one that helps you to transmit information. Is what is called where the cellular communication happens. Send signal between the brain and the entire body. You regulate your vocal and it processes the sensory. If somebody touches you, you can feel it. Are you cold? You can feel it. Are you too hot? You can feel it. You're able to hear sound, the touch. Isn't that incredible? Can you imagine we cannot feel any of this? What will be the problem? Well, we can be exposed to danger without we knowing in the process. The organs that are connected with this one are your brain, the spinal cord, and all the other peripheral system, including one of the largest organ in our body. Do you know what's the name of that organ? Your skin. The skin is the largest organ visible to the human eye. Majority of all the other ones, they are working internally and we cannot actually see them. Because a fun fact, the brain generates enough electricity to power a small light bulb. Isn't that incredible? Can you imagine that this is what your brain actually does every single second of the day? How about the endocrine system? This is the one that produces hormone and regulates the hormone that control the various body functions. It regulates the way we grow. It regulates our metabolism, how the food are processed, reproduction, our mood. Yeah, you say to somebody, oh yeah, they have a mood swing. It maintains homeostatic state. Yeah. The endocrine system is the one that maintains the balance of our body. And that balance of our body is linked to immune capability, our immune system. The gland, some of the associate organ, the thyroid, adrenal glands, pancreas, and pituitary glands. Pituitary gland. All of these glands are actually producing and controlling the way that our body function. All of that linked to the brain and other parts of the body for our body to understand and communicate. Look at fun facts. So the endocrine system communicates more slowly than the nervous system, but has a longer lasting effect in our body. Can you feel it right now? Can you see it? Well, our body is so complex. What's the purpose of today's presentation is so for you to understand how your body functions and how you can support your body to function to the optimum level. How about your own lymphatic system, lymph system? It's a vital part of your immune system balancing, immune capability. Why do you need your immune capability to be strong? Well, you need it to be strong because this is the one that is going to actually fight off against and defend you from being diseased in a process. It removes toxins and waste from the body. Just imagine how many, yeah? Can you imagine that? I want you to just imagine for a moment your kitchen area. Assuming you have all the paper, all the wrappings, you just throw them on the floor, your kitchen area. For how long would you be able to do that for you to actually start feeling discomfort? 1 day, 2 days, 1 week? So you can imagine if these processes are not cleared up, if they are not swept, if they are not mopped, can you imagine what could happen to your environment externally? Can you imagine your water pipe is not running? Just imagine all of that. So what are some of the key organs that support this? Well, your lymph nodes, spleen, and the lymphatic vessels. Fun fact, the human body has about 600 lymph nodes. Yeah, this is the node that actually communicate with all the other different parts to enable your body to function. How about your immune system? Okay, this one is equally linked to the one we have just looked into. Can you imagine during the time of COVID, or can you remember actually not imagining? And what we're told that once we take the vaccine, what impact will it have? It will protect us against the invader, the COVID-19 infection. And once your immune system is balanced, once it's heightened, once it's strong, your body will achieve its own full optimum operation. So without the immune system being enhanced, being fortified, then we have a problem. To support the immune system, you need to feed it with the right supplement, the right nutrient. And hence the reason why we present all of this, so that you get informed, then you can make your own diligent research. You can consult with your doctor to say to the doctor, okay, this is the information I've heard. Can you confirm this with me? Sometimes the doctor may have to even do further research. You never qualify being a doctor. You never graduate. You're always learning all the time. You're certified to be able to provide that function, but nobody's ever qualified of being a doctor. You haven't heard that before, but you're hearing it now. No one. Why? Because the doctors are always learning to see how the body, how it is performing, how it's functioning, what they can do in order to support these particular. Your immune system, white blood cells, antibodies, your marrow, your spleen. This is what it support. Look at the fun fact. A fever is often a sign that your immune system is actively fighting an infection. Sorry, fever. Yeah, you never knew that. Now you do. Our immune capability is so important, so vital, that without it, our body will not function. How about our urinary system, excretory system? They remove excess salt, waste for that matter, toxins, and waste product. This work very closely with the lymphatic system. It regulates our blood pressure and hydration level. That's why it's good to take water, but water that is good. Yeah, there are bad waters around at the same time. And what Coach Heron mentioned earlier is all part, again, hydration. And one of my doctor friends once said, he said, take water as frequently as you can, not when you're thirsty. He said, by the time you're thirsty, he said, you're already dehydrated to a very high degree. Particularly, older people, sometimes without they knowing it, they can go for hours without taking a sip of water. Well, the medical recommendation is take a sip of water because it helps your reproduction, your secretive system to be able to function to its optimal level. Full fats, the kidney filter about 50 gallons of blood each day. Filtration, filters. Just imagine you haven't got that system in place. What will happen to our body system? How about the reproductive organ? Right. These regulates hormone production, regulation every single hour of the day. For men and women, they are very different, and that's why women go through their regulatory monthly cycle that enable reproduction to be able to take place. Maintain sexual health and secondary sexual characteristics, the feeling, the estrogen. What are some of the key organs? Testicles, penis, prostate, for female ovaries, uterus, fallopian tubes, all of that enable reproduction. But let's just dwell on that for a moment, how we actually have babies. how they even come about in the first place. And when we are born, how we actually grow after a month, 2 months, without having roots, without having anything else. And we just grow, but all these things, we take them for granted. Can you see what your body is actually doing here? Look at the fun facts. Women are born with all the eggs they will ever have or need, about 1 to 2 million at birth. Wow. Isn't that incredible? Ever. And this egg are the one that enables, when it mix up with a sperm, they're able to produce baby, a boy or a girl. How about the next one that regulates and protects our body temperature? The integumentary system. Look at what it does. Keep function as a barrier to protect against injury and infection. Yes, can get clots, blood clots in the process so that excessive blood cannot be wasted. Produces the vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. Yeah, that's why many of us want to go for a walk, want to go to the beach, want to enjoy the sunshine in different parts of the world so that we can be exposed to vitamin D, a necessary vitamin that enables our body to function to its full potential. The organs there, as we said, the largest organ in your body is your skin. Of course, you have other complementary organs like hair, the nails, sweat glands, all of that working together to bring your body to full functionality. Your body regulator. Skin is the largest organ, yeah, as we mentioned earlier. Now, how your system work together. Body systems are interconnected and interwoven, strategically interdependent. But do you ever actually just sit down and reflect how your whole body functions? Hopefully, today's presentation will give you that particular aspect of how you can reflect. But why are we presenting all of this? Well, we're presenting all of this so that you can understand how you look after. Don't just look after a car or your home, but look after the owner of that car and house, your body. What's the call to action here? Deepen your understanding of your body system through contained learning and health education. And what you need to adopt certain habits of looking after your own body. Balanced nutrition. Don't just put it on microwave. Exercise management. Routine daily. Feed the body with the right supplement. Feed the body with the right nutrients. Feed the body by looking after it, then it will look after you very, very good. Look into what is called integrative, holistic. We're not talking about complementary. No. Some people use the wrong word of complementary medicine. There's nothing like complementary. As John mentioned, one MD says he doesn't call the plant-based as complementary, is the real medicine, because all the other medicine are drawn from nature. But let me say this now categorically. I know a lot of people, when they hear about Western-based intervention, they say, oh yeah, it produces a lot of toxins, produces a lot of this. Yes, it could well be that. But do you know, without Western-based medicine, without companies like Pfizer, without companies like J&J, Johnson & Johnson, and most of the money they put into research through universities and so forth, we would not have been able to understand our body. That's the reality. That's a fact. And also, allopathy intervention, which is Western-based intervention, they are very good in terms of analysis and diagnosing our system. Once you understand how our anatomy and how physiology are working, then we're able to provide it with the necessary. Now, go back. Yeah. Our necessary intervention. So when you put together the allopathy strategy and other integrated strategy, last week we listened to Ayurveda, for example. And I think in the next few days, we're going to be listening to the Chinese intervention. When you bring all of these together, different intervention, then you have what is called an integrative system. That's what School of Bio-Natural Medicine is promoting here. That let's come together, because a tree doesn't make a forest. One person doesn't make this particular platform. Can you imagine I'm speaking to myself alone? Would this really be an educational platform? No, I'm just talking to myself. Or I'm only just talking to John or Ash or Angela. It would not make the platform that it makes right now. Be proactive. Schedule regular health screening with your doctor, and don't hesitate to consult professional when something feels off. Yes, we are here for you confidentially. Any medical condition, we can handle it. We can provide our support. Even where all the other one fails, we are here. We have case studies that support even many clients or patients that have been written up by their doctors or in the hospital. It's okay. Let's give it a go. Let's try. We can only try, and doctors can only try. That's all we do. And that trial produces a high degree of impact and results that enable people to function in a very miraculous way in the process. We have one of our doctors here. I'm going to call on him right now. Maybe, yeah, we have not rehearsed this one, Dr. After Singh, who will, share even some of his own knowledge in terms of how our body is functioning and what sort of medical condition that Ayurvedic intervention can produce. Dr. After, are you able to speak just for a few minutes in terms of some of the experiences that you've had in recent times? Dr. Singh, are you there to speak to us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening you and Coach Aaron and John, everybody. I listen there. It's really a very good program and very knowledgeable. And you are giving very good knowledge. You have very big, great knowledge, both of you. And what you're saying, that is, I'm also saying very similar things. In Ayurveda, we also say same thing. Our body is natural, like last week I say. If we look after with the nature and natural way, we can give them more relief than any artificial things. And one thing I add, our body is too intelligent. We never can think about that one. We are not reached what nature make our body. We just have the knowledge, and day by day, I'm a researcher from last 40 years and doing Ayurveda practice from last 50 years. First, I registered in 1974 in India after my 10-year education. What I seen day by day when I become the researcher, I still surprised. Day by day, I finding different things. different way. When you concentrate of the human body, like you told so many things, really, really great knowledge. I salute to you. Okay. You have very big knowledge. Not so many people I've seen, they have the knowledge like you. And Coach Harun explain what is the dietary products they made. I never used, I usually make my own. Reason after my research, we can't find what I made all my products, nearly 80%. According to now, what we are suffering. After my research, then I found how can we cure the disease which 150 years ago we never heard. Maybe somebody, I'm 75 now. And we never heard 50, 60 years ago. Some diseases from last 25, 30, 35 years, they're coming, and now is everything sometime coming the patient to me. We know that this organ, what doing, what is happening with that one. We never heard before. Those kind of problems, never heard. Maybe 1% people, not even 1%, maybe 5 in the 1,000. Now is near about 50 in the 1,000, maybe 100 in the 1,000 they're suffering. 5 to 10% people are. Some people, some diseases, which one, like in the conference I say, I don't believe they are diseases. I believe disease is only STD or STI. Other one is our problem. Like you explained, if we don't look after our body on time, when our body, our organ, like I said, we have the organ, you explain very well. I say, written everything, 78 organ and 43 glands. When they are unbalanced, like you mentioning, Coach Harun, that he making that all things make the balance to them, then the car is working like a tracking of the car. If you are driving, if you want to drive the rally driver, you need the good tracking of your car. If you want to go to the rally, you can't take a car just like a normal. You need the good tires. And you need the proper tracking. In the rally, they are ready to change the tires. Your engine can work like a more than rally driver.
Dr. Singh, I'm just going to ask you a very, very quick question, because some of the people who are here today.
I know your questions are always good. You spent 3 hours with me that day, Aishwarya, you and Patrick. And really, I miss you all. Okay, come back again.
Very, very quickly, just explain in a very, very short sentences or phrases what Ayurvedic intervention is all about. What exact line of medicine is it, and what does it do?
Ayurveda is what you explain already, system. Ayurveda go very deep on that one. Every doctor should know that system in Ayurveda. It's very hard to know nowadays, but if any doctor know that system, they can give the result within 2 or 3 days, sometime within 24 hours. That is in the conference I'm telling every in my video, if you have the cancer or system is say they have to put you down the dialysis, just give 2 to 4 weeks first to us. If you don't feel better, then you have the other choice. Take it whatever they're giving to you. But if somebody if they diagnose somebody properly, I always say, doesn't matter any kind of physician. I'm not saying only Ayurveda, Chinese, homeopathy. All we are working for the public. All people, all doctors' aim is to cure, give the relief to the people. That is, we done this doctor, we become the doctor. Otherwise, no need.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to go to the bartender. Should not be doctors. Or sell the cigarette in the counter. doctor should be on this stage when he starts the treatment, and people also should learn what kind of physician they need. This is the biggest problem now. Many people have the many degrees, but they are not very good practically. That is an I'm giving you. Seen my results. I'll send you that one.
Absolutely, I've seen that.
What I say, people trust the good people. How you find the good people? Take your blood report, give to him. Tell him, check my pulse. If he tells you 50% your problem without you are telling, don't tell them where you have pain. That is the Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, when I learned that time, no have any university in Punjab, in north of India. Aishwarya, no. First university they made 67. That 67 only one in the Gujarat. That time I already was doing the Ayurveda. We have our own system, Gurukul system, certificate, the DAUMS. I send the certificate, that one. What they're saying when we learn that one, if you can't find what is inside, that time no any reports, no any system, no checkup system, no. Check the pulse and tell the patient what is your problem inside. This is the Ayurveda. If somebody now is very easy because you have the blood reports. Blood reports is helping you 75%, I say. And you know which organ is not working, which organ going slow down, which mineral is not enough, which one vitamin is not enough. You are very easy. But this problem is nowadays so much body is disturbed, so much body we done the damage in our body. Because why damage? On counter. People go everywhere, go there, buy the mineral, buy this one, eating like synthetic medicine. They not go to the nature. That is the Ayurveda say, don't do this one. And this is the, when the good physician, how you find it, take your reports, give to him, and tell him, please let me know what's the problem in my body. If he tell you, oh, you have this one, you have this one, you have this one, I send you the 2 videos, they told you what happened there when they come to me. Then they can reverse your system within 24 hours to 48 hours. Because they know what organ, what need, what their need. That is the medical Ayurveda say.
Wonderful. Dr. Singh, this is what we got time for. That's absolutely amazing. As we have seen on the chat, it says, look at what somebody, where I think Patricia Gertrude says, that is why a GP practice, he said, the doctors are only practicing. Yes, all of us are. But when you combine all these good practices together, then you're able to find solution to our human conditions. And I remember Dr. Singh once mentioned, he said, the Western-based intervention, they're good in terms of diagnosis and analysis of our body and anatomy. Very, very good. But what they're not good at is to deal with the root cause of the problem. Right.
Yeah, if we become together, then we can, billion pounds we can save off the NHS.
Absolutely. Now, what our School of Bio-Natural Medicine stand for is to produce educational material, insights that enable people to see exactly what they need to see and how they need to also obtain that. Ngozi, I'm actually on a Zoom right now. Okay, send me a message. So this is what the issue is all about. So when we come together, work together like a team, then we're able to support millions and billions of people around the globe. And the interesting thing right now is this. A lot of big farmers, the NHS, and many, many other organizations are now looking into preventative strategy, right? To prevent the occurrence of the medical condition before it occurs. As the saying goes, prevention is better I will also add prevention is even cheaper than cure.
Yeah.
So don't allow it to deteriorate or to the point of no return, but take those preventative steps. Take the right nutrient, take the right combination of what you need to take in order for you to help your body to work to its effective maximum potential.
Yes.
So the purpose of School of Bio-Natural Medicine is to help you to really have the necessary education and what it takes. It doesn't matter what medical condition the person is suffering from. It can be cancer, it can be stomach, whatever it is. It can be stage 8, stage 4, stage 3 of any medical condition. We at School of Bio-Natural Medicine and with arsenal of our doctors, we can provide you with some solution that can address that particular condition. So we pass back now. Thank you very much, Coach Heron and Dr. Singh, in terms of. So back to you now, Ash, in order to conclude our platform for today. But just before that, John may want to say one or two things. John,
Yeah.
are you there?
Hi, Sonny. Hi, everybody. I thank
Hi.
you for that wonderful, the wonderful presentation about systems, and it's all seemed to me that each system is like an orchestra,
Mm.
and if one goes out, one instrument goes out, the echoes ripple through the music. And so what I would suggest, and I'm sure Dr. Singh will agree with me here, is that we live in a very noisy world. Too much noise. And I think we need to give ourselves and our bodies and our systems a chance to just sit down and tune themselves into each other. It's called meditation. And there are some great teachers.
Love that.
You don't have to really think that much. Sarvadatta, Ramana Maharshi, the great old ones like Ashtavakra. And it's all about getting it all back in tune. Just sit quietly. We're thinking too much. We've got too many words going through. There's too much noise out there. Just give yourself a break where you just let go of it. And don't have to think about anything. Just give everything a chance to come back into balance. And says,
very good, John. Excellent. What a wonderful analogy in terms of our body and the instruments of music. That's incredible, incredible. Yeah, I'm sure you will all agree. So Aisha, I think you only have time for 1 or 2 questions or comment from anyone on the platform. So we will have this platform officially closed in the next 5 minutes. So Ash, back to
Yes,
you
please.
to request questions and answer within the next 5 minutes, or you
Yes,
play
please.
music.
Thank you. Thank you. So, but before that, to Dr. Sunny Ohansi for sharing all the expertise and providing us with a deeper understanding of the 12 body systems. We are truly glad that we heard this and we have learned so much today. So before I close out, anybody questions? Exactly, you've got 2 minutes. Any comment? Or should I again pick somebody? I think Dr. Rashid wants to probably say something because he's opened his camera just now. Dr. Rashid, would you like to say something?
I just thank you so much, Aisha. I just want to commend Dr. Soni and the presenters in this forum. It is true that we are actually getting the knowledge that we need to take care of our bodies. Some people rely on Western medicine. Sometimes when you use allopathic medicine or herbs, you forget about Western medicine, definitely. And also when you control your health by eating the right food, fruits and vegetables, you control your body. So there are a lot that we can do to really take care of our bodies. So I just want to make that comment, and once again I say thanks to Doc and the presenters in this forum tonight. Thank you.
It would
Thank
be
you.
very useful, Dr. Rashid, if you could just tell the audience your own background as well by virtue of what you just said, why you said it. What's your own background? What's your own experience in the health and wellness industry, please?
My background actually is pharmacist, healthcare practitioner general. I started with chemistry and I went to medical school. I did pharmacy in Liberia. And when I came to the United States, I did my master's in healthcare management, and now I'm graduate of healthcare administration. So in a nutshell, that's just my background, and I'm so interested in the healthcare practice in general, not only pharmaceutical, but the rest of like how we have been getting those presentations from nutrition, how we take care of our bodies,